Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're getting into something truly unique, maybe even a bit startling, actually, looking at unexpected strategies in human relationships.
Yeah, this one's definitely unconventional. We're drawing from source material that explores some pretty raw breakup dynamics. The psychological mechanics discussed are, well, quite surprising.
And the specific focus today, pulled straight from that material, is something called the Black Widow breakup technique. Quite a name.
It is, and our aim is to really unpack what the source means by this, the precise technique, you could say. It's quite literal in its description.
Okay, so let's dig in. What's the core idea? The source lays it out pretty clearly, doesn't it?
It does. Basically, it centers on the idea that a man's very last memory of the woman is an intensely positive one, often a sexual encounter.
Right. The source uses some blunt phrasing there, like a really good positive
Yeah.
experience, and then she just releases him.
Exactly. She lets him go right after that peak moment. The shock value in the language seems intentional, really highlighting the kind of personal nature of what comes next.
Which leads to this really powerful metaphor the source uses. It's quite graphic.
It is. It states it's like she's metaphorically cut his most valued possession off and kept it without him noticing. A really stark image.
Wow. So the idea is this profound sense of loss, maybe control or psychological manhood, but he doesn't feel it immediately.
Precisely. Initially, he's described as feeling euphoric and independent because the full weight of this metaphorical theft, it hasn't sunk in. The pleasure sort of masks the void that's developing.
Until it does sink in, presumably.
Right, that's the insidious part. Later, this awareness creeps up on him, and the source says he actually goes back to ask her, quite directly.
What, he asks for it back?
Yeah, the quote is, "Excuse me, can I have my most valued possession back, please?" And the source really leans into this, calling it his most prized possession. It underscores the deep psychological value he puts on whatever it is he feels he's lost.
That moment of realization
Mm-hmm.
must be something. And the source suggests this isn't necessarily a one-time thing. It can become a pattern.
Oh, absolutely. It describes this almost cyclical dynamic. If she agrees to see him again, it paints this picture of him coming over, but
He leaves his brain at home. That's the phrase, right? Like his rational self is just sidelined.
exactly. Like the brain is this cock-blocking loser friend, is the colorful language used. He basically ignores his better judgment to chase that feeling again.
So he gets the euphoria shot, as the source calls it, that temporary feeling of getting back what was missing.
He does, but then inevitably reality sets back in. His rational mind, his brain, catches up later, almost chastising him, like, "You forgot to bring your most valued possession back again, didn't you?" So another oh new moment, as the source puts it, leading him right back to asking for it again.
Precisely. And this loop, it can apparently go on for quite some time. It really speaks to that powerful drive to reclaim something you feel you fundamentally lost.
Okay, but what happens when she, the Black Widow, gets tired of this game? The source outlines some pretty final-sounding conclusions, right?
It does. When she's had enough,
Yeah.
the source says she might deliver this ultimate symbolic blow. She could respond to his request by saying,
Don't tell me.
"No, I ate it after last time I got a bit hungry."
Wow, okay, that's blunt. Metaphorically speaking, of course. It signifies total irreversible absorption or possession.
That seems to be the interpretation, yes. It's a statement of complete finality.
And his reaction to that, I mean, how does the source describe him taking that revelation?
Well, initially it's shock, anger too, but interestingly, even that isn't always the absolute end.
Really? What
Yeah.
happens then? He might still periodically, kind of hopefully ask, "You didn't really eat it, did you? That was just a joke, wasn't it?" It shows this deep denial, the difficulty in truly accepting that kind of metaphorical loss.
So even after that, there's still possibilities. What does the source say happens from this point?
Two main paths, according to the material. Outcome A, she could backtrack. Say something like, "Yeah, I've got it. I was only kidding. Come get it."
And just restart the whole cycle again. Wow, reestablishing her control.
Exactly. Or outcome B, she doubles down, sticks to the "I ate it" line.
And then what?
In that scenario, he's described as angrily disappearing, maybe just for a while, or potentially forever.
Right. So wrapping this particular thread up, the source concludes that either way, whether the cycle restarts or he leaves angry, it ultimately works out in the Black Widow's favor,
Right.
which explains the name.
Precisely. That's the logic presented.
So stepping back a bit,
Yeah.
what does this all really tell us? What's the underlying insight here about, human behavior?
I think what's really fascinating is how this technique, as described, seems to weaponize a sense of profound, almost essential loss. It taps into that incredibly powerful drive we have to regain something we value deeply, something we feel is intrinsically ours.
So it's not about holding on to the person directly.
No, not really. It's more about creating and controlling the perception of what they've lost. The dynamic hinges entirely on this metaphorical deprivation and the almost compulsive need to get it back, no matter how cyclical or maybe even self-destructive it becomes.
It's a stark look at how control can be exerted through absence, or perceived absence,
Oh.
which leaves a really interesting question for you, the listener, doesn't it?
It does. Maybe think about this. In what other ways, perhaps less dramatic, does the feeling of having lost something essential, or even just the perceived absence of something important, really shape our behavior and our attachments to others?
Something to definitely ponder.
Hmm.
A fascinating, if unsettling, look into relationship dynamics today.